Musketeers, coming to you live on YouTube. It's time once again for the Cluckin Crew podcast. With your hosts, series creator and voice of Chucky Chicken, Michael Cook. Lead director, storyboard artist, and compositor, Elias Levine. And art director, lead character designer, and lore keeper, Tino Calcaterra. Join us for animation news, behind-the-scenes info on the series, special guests, audience interactive events, and much more. And now, on with the show!
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Cluckin Crew podcast, the official Chucky Chicken podcast. I am your host, the creator and voice of Chucky himself, Michael Cook, with me as always, just wrapping up dinner here, folks, with me as always is my very good pal, my co-director, co-producer, and head of storyboarding and compositing, Elias Lavigne.
Hello.
And next to him is our head of our art director, character designer, and official lore keeper, Tino Calcaterra.
No, it's me.
It's you. So yeah, we're back, folks. I know we're back at our regular time, our regular day. How swell is this? Back on a Thursday. Ain't that swell? First and foremost, yes. So, first and foremost, if this is your first time, welcome to the Cluckin Crew. So good to have you all here. If you're coming back, welcome back, everybody. Nice to have you. If you haven't done so before, or yet at this point, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're notified every single time that we go live or we upload a video, like we did just a couple of days ago, which we'll talk about a little bit. And also be sure to follow us on all of our social medias, typically under Chucky Chicken Cartoons on Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, Blue Sky Social, Kara, Threads, the whole works. So
and Twitch, which we're now multicasting on YouTube and Twitch.
We are. Yes.
So if you got a Twitch, go watch us over on Twitch.
Yes, and thank you to our...
Let's get going towards that affiliate, huh?
We do. We have 2 Minty Jams over on our Twitch, so which is pretty rad.
Yeah, I put all of the emojis I made of my cat on my Twitch.
That's super cool. I do want to give a huge shout out to Ruckus Room, the Coffee Cat Dad, Jolly Rancher Knight, Blair Lex, In the Hollow House, Wolfian Reigns, and Punchline Artist who have already followed us on Twitch. Thank you all so much. Before we begin, let's say hi to the chat. Let's see who's here. We got the Coffee Cat Dad. Hello, Coffee Cat. Nice to see you. Harvey Maltez Mancia's in the house. Kimberly Gonzalez is here. Saber Wing is here as always. Good to see you, my friend. Thomas Antics, welcome to the show. Alam Aguilar's here. What up, Bob? Bob's here as well. Flint Carnage is here. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Let's see who else we got here. Vivi is here. Hi, Vivi. Good to see you. And William Charles Bynum, the cartoon fan. It's been a while. Welcome back to the show. But yeah. So, first and foremost, I just want to thank all of the people who made our 15th anniversary celebration so special. We actually uploaded a video celebrating 15 years of Chucky Chicken just the other day on the channel as well as on our Twitter page. So if you haven't done so already, please go and check it out. It's actually a really cool video. I'm really pleased with how it came out. Features the lovely Chloe DeChozo singing the theme song. So proud of it. Very proud.
Very tangentially related to the 15th episode.
Yes.
You know how Christina, the new voice of Margarita?
Oh,
Christina?
Steph.
I'm so bad with names. I have met this woman twice, and I don't know her name.
It's okay. I know. I hardly remember your name.
No, Listen, I'll give myself credit. My name is hard to forget once you look at it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you look at it, you go, "What the hell?"
I know. Alias? What? Alias? Anyway.
But anyway, yeah. So we had Steph on for the 15th.
We did.
And since then, while I'm just scrolling through my YouTube shorts, I keep getting her stuff, and I'm just like, wait a minute, I recognize that profile picture.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh, Steph Matarazzo, the voice of Margarita.
Yeah, I know. What you're making fun of.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, she's such a.
Can make a joke in this podcast. Holy shit!
Whoa, jeez, real serious.
All right, okay, well.
Only I'm allowed to make jokes and be funny and cool and epic.
You'll have to excuse Tino. He got scared by a spider today. Which, I mean, who wouldn't be scared by a spider, especially the ones in Argentina?
The size of my hand, okay?
I'm not saying that you're not valid. It's a very valid thing. It's weird, Elias. It says that you're mute.
What?
It says that you're muted on the stream.
Why does it say... One second. Here, let me try a thing. Huh. I don't know why it's doing that.
That's weird. Are you guys able to hear Elias?
They should be able to hear me.
Yeah.
Like the Discord audio is working. It's Fugi that's being weird.
Oh, Fuki's the one that's messing up. Well, we'll figure that out later, because today our very special guest is one of my very good friends and the host of the Gettin, Toon podcast, comic strip artist Michael Grassia. He'll be joining us in a little bit today. Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah.
I know. So...
Well, leaving and coming back did not help.
It's okay.
I don't... That's so weird. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Exactly. So, you did just leave and come back. That's so weird. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
there you are.
Oh,
hey!
it did work.
It's on my end then. Discord on my end is just being laggy, or OBS, so... whatever.
I presume it's probably Discord. Discord's been really being buggy lately. I don't know if that's just me or if it's affected you guys.
My end too.
Yeah, me too.
There was a point where I had to task manager kill Discord because it was I had to force restart my computer because Discord was making everything lag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it hasn't happened since, so...
It was messing up my Discord, my Photoshop today, too, which is weird, so...
Yeah, I mean...
Discord was messing up my Discord.
It was! Discord, get your act together. What are you doing? Well, anyway, so, with all that being said, fellas, you know what time it is, don't you?
No idea. What time is it?
It's a news.
That was perfect timing, by the way. Well done. Very proud of you.
I was panicking a little.
Oh, it's okay.
That's why I was going,
Right.
I was buying myself a little time.
You're okay. You're fine. And of course, right as I get started with the news, the dog starts barking. So bear with me. But anyway, we're going to move right along here with our So this actually just came hot off of the presses. Today on Twitter, Shockwave Animation has just announced that they have picked up the show Alistair and Melody for production.
Very cool.
On the we actually are. I've spoken with the show creator Luximus17 a couple of times. She's good people. According to the Twitter post, it says here, quote, "We'd like to proudly announce that Alistair and Melody is now a part of the Shockwave family. Created by Luximus17, the show follows a father and angel teaching his half-human daughter how to fly. We are delighted to have this adorable series, amazingly adorable series on board. Stay tuned for more." And if you don't know who Shockwave Animation is, they are the guys who are responsible for the upcoming show Animation Station. They've also developed the show Defenders of Elodia, which is pretty cool. And now, so congrats to Luximus. We're actually going to have her on our show. I just booked her today, so we'll have her near the end of August. because she's
Very
going.
cute.
Yeah, because she's going.
Well,
on
I
a
presume
cruise.
she's super busy as well as.
No, she's going on a cruise, so.
You know what? You know what? She got her show picked up. She deserves a cruise.
She deserves a cruise, absolutely. But
Hell
listen, yeah, but I'm so proud for her. This is so cool. And Shockwave, listen, if y'all want to work with us, like we're in the book.
Please, 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 please.
What was that?
I'm just-
The fuck was that? What are you doing?
Hey, Michael.
What?
It's always nice to say please.
That's true,
Yeah.
but not that way. That was like, I'm with you. I'm with you,
Anything
Alan.
that will help us make this thing faster.
Right? Yeah.
Please.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. The Ender Tuna says, "Hi, Michael Cook. Hello, good to see you." But yeah, so we're gonna actually keep the indie animation train going a little bit longer, which I actually like. I like that we could talk more about indie animation news, although this is kind of more mainstream. It was just announced this week that we are getting more Has-Been Hotel. How much more? We're getting not just season 2, not just season 3, but season 4. We're getting 4 seasons in totality of Has-Been Hotel. It was just announced. A24 is going to be bringing us 2 more seasons after season 2, which was just announced.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was super confused. Like, are they dropping all the rest of the series?
No.
They're just putting that out there all at once.
Wouldn't that be nuts?
Just like hope they.
That would
the
be
episode get a
insane,
bit
except for, I
longer,
mean-
maybe.
Yes. So, lover or hater?
Maybe 8 episodes again.
Well, I mean, wouldn't that be something? Like each season is like 2 episodes. That would just be
That would be.
hilarious.
You know what? I'd have to admire the balls. For such an act. I would hate it.
I would too. Unless they were like,
Wow, this season felt really short.
unless they were like 60-minute episodes, like they were.
Yeah, unless each episode is like an hour and a half long.
Right.
then-
like 4 movies. That'd be pretty rad. But no. So super congrats to Vivian Madrano, Spindle Horse, the entire team over there. Lover or hater, you can't deny the amazing success of Has-Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss, and the Spindle Horse team. As folks know, we do have a couple animators that work over at Spindle Horse on the Chucky team. So congrats to those guys. Very, very cool.
Wait a minute. William Charles Bynum. Clone High was canceled again?
Yes.
Why? What happened?
Oh,
I have no idea.
I don't know. Who am I, Matt McMuscles? I don't know. That ain't my show.
They can't be angry. They can't be angry with Gandhi. He's not even there. They got rid of him.
Well,
It's not even there.
He was the reason it was canceled in the first place. India was like, we don't like that guy, and the network was like, well, shit. I guess. Bye.
didn't they have a new
He was
Indian
very
character on the
boring to
show?
me.
No. I think you're thinking of Rita Kahlo.
Am I?
Remember, Michael,
yeah.
remember that joke I told you about John F. K. and nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys and then something bad happens to him?
Nothing bad ever happens to the
Happens to the
Kennedys.
Kennedys.
Mr. Boys, can you not
He explodes.
fight?
We would like to remind everyone here on the Cluckin Crew that this show is meant for an audience of 17 and older. So, anywho, but yes,
That is the show we're talking about. It was like it's on again, and they continue the series, but now it's like canceled again.
oh yeah, oh I'm thinking Total Drama Island. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking. So, they did a reboot of Total Drama.
The like style is kind of similar.
Oh yeah, the style is
Big
pretty similar.
lines and
Yeah.
pretty people.
Yeah, but anyway, I got one more kind of out of the blue piece news for it is a Chucky show, but we do like to talk about other Chuckies, and today was actually pretty interesting. So it was just revealed today that some extraordinarily old footage of one of the first ever concept unification prototype stages for Showbiz Pizza Time just got uploaded to YouTube today, and the internet just kind of went wild, right? So, for those who don't know, I'm going to give you a little bit of a history lesson because, that's just what I do on this show. 1977, Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater opens to the world in San Jose, California. They do extraordinarily well for the first couple years. Then in 1980, it was bad, but a business deal gone wrong with Nolan Bushnell, the creator of Chuck E. Cheese, and Bob Brock, basically led to the creation of Showbiz Pizza Place and the Rock-afire Explosion, created by Aaron Fechter and Creative Engineering. So from 1980 to 1984, those guys were essentially battling each other in what I like to call the Pizza Place Wars. Then in 1984, the company Pizza Time Theater went bankrupt because of the American video game crash of 1983, when arcades just kind of took a huge nosedive. The industry in general took a massive nosedive. Oversaturation of the market, blah, blah, blah. Tons of videos talking about it. However, Pizza Time Theater was saved because out of nowhere, Showbiz Pizza Place actually bought Pizza Time Theater and saved the company, merging the two of them together into Showbiz Pizza Time Inc. Okay? Now, in around 1989, 1990, there was the massive decision of what they were going to do with the shows. Were they going to keep the Pizza Time players, Chuck E. Cheese and his pals, or were they going to keep the Rock-afire Explosion? Both of them had their pros and cons. Rock-afire Explosion had more realistic movements, more realistic, animation, kind of more modern music, but the Chuck E. Cheese characters were more lovable. Kids really were drawn to them a lot more. Adults really liked their brand of humor because, it was kind of like that Pixar humor. So the decision was eventually settled after a discussion with Aaron Fechter, the creator of the Rock-afire Explosion. Showbiz Pizza Time basically said, well, here's the deal. Either you give us the rights to the Rock-afire Explosion, or we're just going to replace them with Chuck E. Cheese. Aaron said no, vehemently. He apparently hates Chuck E. Cheese, even to this day. Left the company, and they took all of the Rock-afire Explosion robots that were already in the restaurant and turned them into what we know today as Munch's Make-Believe Band in a process called concept unification. However, there was one store that did the entire stage configuration completely differently than how we eventually got it, nationwide. Basically, it was all of the classic Pizza Time players, as they were in the 80s at that point, still using the same robots, different configuration, and it was a whole new show. And for years, nobody has seen any kind of footage of this show in operation. Until today, we actually went ahead, we found the footage. So I'm not going to play it here for you because I don't want to get demonetized and I don't want to get in trouble.
You know what? You know how that makes me feel?
How does that make you feel?
Poggers.
Oh my, poggers, yes. So there you go. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that they found this footage, and it's
always cool to see lost media found.
It's very cool, especially stuff like this, right, where it was only in one store, one test location, and then they dismantled it, never to be seen again until now, which I think is pretty fantastic. Yeah. So there you go. What are your guys' thoughts on all the news today?
I think that's pretty cute.
It's been good.
Yeah.
Nice hearing about all the indie stuff and seeing the cool Chuck E. Cheese news.
Yeah.
Chucky cheese even.
Chunky cheese, even.
Chuck E. Cheese, even. Got that Snagglepuss going there, huh? Oh,
I don't know.
Saberwing says, flex that Riz, Elias. There you go.
That Riz? What Riz? What are you talking about?
Really, Elias? You
What?
got, you got all that Riz. Let's be real, bro. So, but anyway, that's the news. And, so before we get to our normally paid announcement, let's go ahead and talk a little bit. Are you a fan of swashbuckling adventures and tabletop excitement? Well, our dear pal Elias has something epic to share with all of you. Take it away, pal.
Yes, as Mike said, if you enjoy pirate adventures, swashbuckling, and mysteries of various intensities, come to Ruckus Room to watch Tales from the Basilisk, the Pathfinder 2 campaign that I have been running for my buddies. Currently, we are not going to be streaming, I believe, this week and next week, as one of our players is they're off on like a vacation. So right now I'm currently working on assets for the next campaign that we would like to play, and that will be an eldritch horror mystery campaign. So yeah, if you like all of that, go follow twitch.tv/ruckus_room, and I hope to see you there when we go live next.
Absolutely. So yeah, absolutely. So thanks, Elias. So go support the Ruckus Room and Tales of the Basilisk. And with that, please excuse us for our normal paid announcement.
Salutations! This is Featherton Fella with cracking news! Chucky Chicken merchandise is finally here! Yes, that's correct. A delightful collection of wares featuring the lovable Rooster and his pals. We've got everything from shirts to socks, caps to cardigans, mugs, stickers, and very soon we'll have pins! As many folks know, the production team for the series works on a volunteer basis, so every penny raised through our merch sales goes to helping keep their operation afloat and brings more Chucky cartoons to you in a speedier fashion. So don't dilly-dally any further. Visit ChuckyChickenCartoons.com and click the store tab or use the link on screen. Once again, thank you for your patronage, and we hope to fill you in again soon.
Here, I'm gonna put it in.
See, I wanna see.
And we're back, folks.
What's up?
Elias was going on about the Twilight animated series, and he was just curious.
I was curious to see if there were any updates, and I saw people commenting like, "Man, I hope it looks like the graphic novel." So I looked up the graphic novel, and it's very odd looking. It's like anime, but it's like Uncanny Valley anime, and I kind of like it.
So weird.
The eyes, I think, because
It's
rest
the
of it
eyes
really
for
fun.
sure. They're too realistic.
The eyes. But yes, excuse me. Ooh. So yeah, very cool stuff. And as normal, before we got all vampire-y in high school and stuff, we still are running that promo, folks. If you want stickers, we got 4 sets available: Chucky, Chelsea, Freddy, and Classic Chuck. Each one for $20 or $10 each, or you can buy all 4 at buy one get one free. So head on over to our 4th wall, which is linked in the description below, and get yourself either stickers. We also actually have some new glassware featuring some art from Burger Battle, which is pretty rad. And we're going to be updating some stuff on the store here pretty soon as well. We got some new shirt designs in the works, which I think is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Wow, we finished the news early, and our guest isn't gonna be around for an hour. But that's okay. Let's head on over to the viewing room or the drawing board and see what old Tina was up to. What are you up to? Oh, is that a Johnny? 5'4". That'll do, pig. That'll do. Oh, you know what? Let me head on over to the Discord, which, by the way, if you haven't done so already, in the description, I hope, there should be a link to the Chucky Chicken official Discord server where you can hang out with the Chucky community, the Chucketeers, ask us some really cool questions, get some stream requests in, all that fun stuff. It's a really fun community. It's really a lot of fun. Apparently there are fan scripts now. There's a fan script server, which I don't know when the heck this was created, but... Oh, voiceover stuff. Oh, that's right. That's right. So, well, I'll tell you what. To answer your question, Saberwing, yes, I do see the scripts here. I have not gotten a chance to read any of them yet, but I will take a. I'll take a look at. Yes, we will. Yeah, and rehearse it and all that fun stuff. So. Oh. Yeah. I think so too. I think they would have a lot of fun. We actually do have a question coming in. Oh, you answered it. Well, we'll ask it again, and we'll have you answer it again. D Parado. I think that's actually our good buddy. Oh my goodness. Oh, I know his name. Oh, why am I messing up on his name? Oh, anyway, he asked, this just came to me. Darn it. Don't change your usernames on me, folks. Come on, that's just not fair. They asked, this just came to me. I'm curious where the meat for the hamburgers in your universe comes from. Saberwing responded with Hamburg, however. Going. Go check it out.
There are the anthropomorphic characters, but there's also just normal animals. So basically it works as usual, but like whatever moral quandaries on the matter aren't really something we'll touch on, because getting too deep into that sort of lore and world building would just be kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, they get them from non-anthropomorphic cows.
There you go.
They just get them from regular old cows.
There you go. Also, I do apologize. I did not have the Discord audio in the server. I have not gone in and included that in each one of the scenes on OBS, so you guys are probably
we'll go
silent for a
through
little
and
bit.
make sure we have it for next time.
We always say that, but we never do.
It's true. You got me.
It's okay. So yeah, if you have any burning Chucky Chicken questions that you want to know, anything about the lore, the characters, the world building, and all that fun stuff, head on over to the Chucky Chicken official Discord and put your question in, and maybe you'll get it answered on the server, or on the podcast, or both.
probably one and then maybe the other after.
Right.
I don't know.
Kevin the Coffee Cat Dad Becker actually did pose another question. It was answered, but I'm going to go ahead and answer it here on the stream because I think it's kind of fun. Does Featherton have characters not part of the main cast that act as the law of the town? Police, judge, lawyers, sheriffs, while they may not be used, having a form of law control may be a thought worth sharing. Saberwing, of course, as he does, says, I'm still advocating for the stereotypical kindly Irish cop. Okay, show's over, nothing to see here, get moving.
Chucky does have a kindly Irish uncle.
Aye, this is true. He's got his uncle, Rolly or Rooster, but unfortunately he's not quite the authoritative, law-abiding type.
He's a cool
Okay,
kind.
He's the cool rooster. He's the cool uncle. Getting in trouble. That's why I'm not a cool uncle. Because I'm a good boy. Anyway.
Yes, I'm a good boy. Alright.
Whatever I gotta tell myself to get through the day, right? We do have a character, an older character, believe it or not, by the name of Sergeant McDowg. Or Officer McDowg was his original name. But then we got Davy Dowg. So we're probably not going to use that name. I'm thinking either, Sheriff McBowser or Officer, Dog names are hard because there's a lot of them are already taken. Like McGruff.
The best thing about dog names is that you can just name them people names and no one will care.
Dan the dog.
Yeah. Daniel the Sheriff.
Predator.
Rufus.
Rufus? Not Rufus?
Yeah, Rufus. Rufus.
I
kind of like that, not gonna lie.
Officer Rufus.
Yeah, and he talks like Scooby-Doo. Rookie.
He talks like Scooby-Doo and he looks suspiciously, possibly like Scooby-Doo. But he's non-copyright infringing.
Chuckified Scooby-Doo.
And he's a cop.
and his precinct takes him to Grayson Manor where he has to go and stand guard. Oh
He
my
just
God.
does that and he doesn't know why.
Right.
It's just a job that he's forced to do every time.
Why am I here?
Guys, I don't know why you keep putting me over here. And they're like, what? They can't understand him.
I'm sorry, Rufus.
Scooby, who's that?
Oh my gosh. William Charles Bynum says, you're loud, man. Yeah, well, get used to it. I'm a loud guy, okay? You all know what you signed up for.
Oh, Harvey had made a good suggestion. Officer Barley T. Bulldog.
Ooh.
That's a good one. I like that.
And he talks like Pete from Disney. All right, nothing to see. Keep it moving. Another.
I feel like if we have a character like that, he's got to be a big cat though.
Yeah. Well.
Meow. We'll make him my uncle.
You think Pete is a dog? Meow. Flint Carnage. Thank you so much for the $5 donation and the super chat. Do you guys ever see the rediscovered Tim Curry Joker footage? I thought this Joker kind of sucked, weirdly enough, but what did y'all think? I have not seen it.
I've not seen it, and I didn't even know that was a thing.
Neither
but it's
did I.
definitely something I gotta look up because I
goodness.
love Tim Curry.
Tim Curry is the Joker, like the animated Joker, or like the live action Joker.
I assume it's for live action. Actually, no, it could have been the animated series. Are you talking about the animated series where
For
they
some reason,
instead
like,
went with Mark Hamill,
okay, Tim
which
Curry
was
sounds
the
really
correct
good.
choice?
Yeah. I don't know. Only Flint Carnage knows that. Harvey says, I stand my ground firmly. On the Pete impression, or does it have to be regular Pete, or could it be Irish Pete?
It's Irish Pete.
Because that's the only, how Disney
That's
goes.
a good
It's
way
like
for
it's
the mouse not to
firefighter
come
Pete.
after us.
What was that, Tito? I'm sorry.
What? Nothing, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it was Batman the Animated Series. Okay, yeah, I definitely gotta
Oh,
look that up. I'm very curious.
I am too now.
I always love when Tim Curry plays an animated villain.
Yeah,
It's one of my favorite roles that he does.
yes, it is, and I pray that
And it all started with Rocky Horror.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Rocky Horror never got like an animated adaptation. I think it like it. I if if Rocky Horror Picture Show had like a Don Bluth style adaptation, I think that would be so good.
Oh my god! Like
I
you
think it
think
We can
would work
make it
so
ourselves,
perfectly.
Elias.
you think Don Bluth movies are scary now? That'd be
Yeah.
horrifying.
Yeah, that's like the point.
Oh.
You would have
horror in
like
the name,
you would have
Michael.
this dichotomy of these like super attractive characters versus these like horrific monsters. And then Tim Curry is there.
And don't worry, I'm sure Spindle Horse will pick up the rights in like a couple of years.
No!
And they'll do it.
I do it. Give it to me.
Although, did y'all see that epic Weird Al animated compilation that came out the other day or last week?
Yeah.
That was pretty
Well,
cool.
I like seeing that all those indie animators got to be a part of it. I think that's cool.
Yeah, and Vivian Madrano too. Is she considered indie now? Do you want to have that discussion real quick before Mr.
Okay.
Grassia comes in?
So here's my thoughts on it.
Okay.
Has been Hotel is not indie.
Correct.
Hell of a Boss I would still consider indie.
Even though it's
Because
produced by a
it's-
non-indie company?
Well, they're not being Hell of a Boss is not being produced by A24.
But it's being produced... Oh, you know what? Okay. I will...
Yeah, that's kind of my stance on it because they're not like it's on YouTube. Like Spindle Horse as a studio, like they're still working on it, but A24 is in charge of Has Been Hotel, whereas
That's
Helluva is like its own thing. Like same
That's fair.
universe, but even with how it is, like they can't really do any crossover stuff as of right now
Right.
because of like the difference in like production management and staff and all that
Well,
sort of thing.
And the fact
And
that
I
A24 kind of owns the rights to the show now, so, I mean...
Yeah,
You know.
so I know that because I saw a couple little clips from some interviews with Vivian, and I know she really wants to like show Lucifer in
Hell of a boss.
Helluva. Yeah, like she wants to get all like the demon lords
Yeah.
and Lucifer like in the same like thing, but I don't know if we'll ever see that just based on the fact that they are two different entities at this point.
Time will
I
tell.
don't know.
Yeah.
As long as her product gives more money to A34, maybe they give like opportunity
I don't-
about it.
I don't think that Helluva is ever going to be picked up because they're basically I think at this point they have all like the show is written, like it's not changing and they have all of the stuff. So if A24 were to absorb Helluva,
Mhm.
that would be a situation where I think one, there would be even more delays than there are already for Helluva, and then
Right.
two, it's one of those things where because they're now involved with A24, and if that were to happen, I would presume that Helluva would also go on Netflix. They would have to be dealing with various things, which is like, oh, we should change how this is written and blah blah blah. Like I don't know how involved A24 and Netflix are in the production of Has Been, but I think that that's I don't see a I don't see a future before the end of both of the shows where there's like a crossover. Like maybe, but I'm doubtful that there will be a crossover at any point.
Well, it all depends, I suppose. But hold that thought, because I do want to say hello to Tamerco. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I know it's been a long while. Life's been busy for me, and work is ... rough ... Gonna have to work hard over the next 2 months to keep my job. Ooh.
Oh, well,
goodness.
Tamer, we're wishing you the best of luck. Send in all of our best vibes and wishes.
Absolutely. He also says, also, I see a cute bun. We don't see much of him. Johnny Jackrabbit, I think. It is indeed Johnny Jackrabbit. Yeah, we've missed you, Tamerco. Good to see you. I hope we're sending you all of our love and the best. And yeah, I guess now rabbit characters are gonna be considered buns moving forward, thanks to our dear friend Petey Indy and his Hank Howell episode that came out not too long ago. We got to get him on the show too. I think that'd be really fun. But we actually maybe if Tamerco's going to stick around, we have been doing a lot of artwork with Johnny Jackrabbit as of late. Maybe we can show off a couple of fun model sheets for people. What do y'all think?
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool. So yeah. But yeah, we're wishing you all the best, and yeah, Johnny Jackrabbit having his Gabby Goat moment. You know what, Saberwing, I'm glad you said that. I think that if there is a character that Johnny is like mostly related to personality-wise, other than Donald Duck, I think it would be Gabby Goat from the Up Works directed Porky Pig cartoons. He just was something special about that goat, let me tell you. So I swear models yes, they are a lot of work, not necessarily to sketch, but just all that inking. You have no idea. Especially since I'm doing all the inking.
Character sheets are so important, guys.
Yes, they really are. So
they really help you stay on model and in proportion.
Yeah, so you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's head on over to... Where are we right now? Are we in
We're in the drawing... Room? No, we're in the drawing room right now.
We're in drawing room, okay. So I think Tino stepped away for a second, so let me head on over to the viewing room. Oh, there it is again. Okay. Whoa. And bigger, too. All right, let's head on over to the lore room. Oh, okay. How'd that get there? Oh, there he is, folks. Yeah, let me go ahead and bust out let's get a model sheet so we can show you guys real quick what we've been working on. We have been very, very hard at work here at our
Old Tough
Cluck studio. I have been debating on changing the name of our entire operation from Valley Studios to Tough Cluck Studios. I haven't pulled the trigger on it, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of where we're going to be going. But I just wanted to chat with all y'all first and see if you think that's a good idea or not.
I mean, I like it.
There you go. Here you go. Tino just did this one. Oh, sorry, Elias. It's covering your face. Hang on. Stand by, folks. I gotta... There we go. So, yeah. We finished this one not too long ago, which I think is pretty cool. It's Johnny Jackrabbit doing all the different poses, and what's been super cool is we've basically taken like a lot of the older drawings that we've had for over the years and just redrawn them and, put them in the right proportion and put the right costumes on them. And, yeah. Saberwing, oh my god, he's smiling on the top left, not canon. He smiles! He can smile! There's Sleepy Mike creating his life's work. Yeah, thanks, Saberwing. Yeah. Sleepy Mike. I don't know, I still don't remember what was...
Sleepy Mike.
Sleepy Skinny Mike. Tamrico says, also, these are great poses, very dynamic, and I love how expressive he is. I can feel the squash and stretch used here, too. Yeah, we're very proud. So let's see if we got any other fun ones that we can show. I'm sure we do. Let's see. Oh, let's show off some... We got some Tommy Turkey we could show off.
Yeah, everybody always loved Tommy.
Everyone loved Tommy Turkey. And I do too.
If you don't like Tommy Turkey,
you're fired!
no, man. You're fired.
Who wins in a fight, Sleepy Mike or Sleepy Curry? Obviously,
Curry.
Sleepy Curry.
Yeah. Curry is too powerful.
She truly is. So, but yeah, we got some more fun Tommy Turkey. It's really cool seeing what Tino did with the character, just like putting him in the costume and adjusting the proportions, and it's really cool seeing him this way. You can't fire me. I'm your wife. Oh, hi, honey. How's it going? I love that guy so much. Whoever is the voice of Suction Cup Man, we got to get him on the show. Tommy Turkey's got to... Okay, let's stop... Tommy Turkey's reference, this is Tamrico, also looking great here too. I could really see him doing that big belly laugh that the fun uncle would do. Oh, absolutely. You get him going, forget it. Forget it.
Sorry.
What's so funny?
I'm just imagining a scene where Tommy Turkey starts laughing. He's laughing so hard that like the jiggle on his stomach is like it's like all on ones, 20 frames per second. It's really fluid.
We'll get
It's
Matthew
like doing
to
a
animate
wave.
that. Yeah, we'll get Matthew to animate that. How about that? The voice actor's name is Silas McDonald. Who is Silas McDonald? Who do they voice? Oh! Silas McDonald is the voice of Suction Cup Man. Okay, Thank you. Appreciate that, Owen Tunes. I appreciate that. Tommy and Chelsea replicating the King of Hyrule and Zelda, laughing in Zelda CDI.
Please.
No.
Please.
We're good. Flint Carnage says, for some reason, Mike Pollock's Tommy Turkey voice is very Gilbert Gottfried-esque to me. Well, there's a reason for that, because I wanted him to give us a different voice, a very Brooklynite voice, and he's just got a kind of a naturally gruff voice. And, yeah, I think he does a fantastic job. So,
Yeah.
we love Mike, and we love Tommy, so... Okay, one more while we're waiting for Tino. We'll show some faces. These are also really important, getting the face the right way, because a lot of the time it's, I just love Tommy's bowler hat. It fits him so much. Yeah, that, that's that and the stogie were there right from the original design of the character. So I'm very glad.
Yeah.
I'm very
We're
glad.
never getting rid of the stogie.
Never.
Don't ever ask.
Never
'cause
get.
It's not going anywhere.
Nope. NGB, welcome to the stream, my friend. Did you see the new TF2 map that was added where the mascot was Tony Toucan, a bird also smoking. I don't play Team Fortress, so
I have not heard of this
Yeah.
new map. You know what? I'm glad that they're finally like paying attention to Team Fortress 2 and dealing with like the bot problems and all that stuff. I'm very happy for the TF2 fans.
Yeah, my sister has recently been getting into Fortnite and wanting me to play along too. I'm just like, no, thank you. I am okay.
Dude,
Appreciate
let's
that.
play Fortnite, dude.
No, we're not playing Fortnite. Forget it. Last time we did gaming on
You don't
stream-
want to get the epic Rick Sanchez skin? You don't want to play as Rick and Morty?
No, I
You don't
don't.
want to
Ever.
you don't want to play as Goku?
No,
You don't want to Kamehameha people?
no. Came hey ha people.
That's because when the Dragon Ball Z like update on
That's so
Fortnite
white it
came
hurts
out.
me.
Yeah, people I guess had never even heard of Dragon Ball, and so people were making videos mispronouncing Kamehameha so horribly. My favorite is Kamehameha. Hit him with the Kamehameha, dude.
That made me laugh so hard. My ears are ringing right now. Saberwing and Flint Carnage also agree with the whiteness there. They say that hurt my soul, Elias. Flint Carnage, Elias, I'm divorcing you.
Listen,
well.
I don't care what Mike feels about Fortnite. If they were like, "Yo, we want to put Chucky Chicken in Fortnite," I know for a fact he's saying yes.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't want my characters.
No, they're not. They're offering us a ton of money to put Chucky Chicken in Fortnite.
I don't want to get shamed from NGB. I mean, come on.
Fortnite is lame, but I wouldn't say that it's an offensive game. It's just very basic.
There are better games that we could put Chucky Chicken in, like Fallout. Not Fallout.
Fallout?
No, not Fallout. No, that's not.
He's a hyper realistic chicken that can just talk.
Oh my god.
I don't know why that was the first game.
Fall Guys is the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, Fall Guys.
Fall Guys. That would work. God. Fall
Guys would work.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And where was it? Oh, Owen Tunes. Please, I swear, seeing a buff Chucky in Fortnite, I will lose it.
Yeah, it's like Peter Griffin. They wanted to make Peter Griffin like normal, but I guess like the hitboxes and stuff were way too weird, so they made him buff.
No, all right, let me just go on record right here, right now. If we were ever to do something with Epic Games and Fortnite and whatever, I would maybe do like a Chucky Chicken hat or like a t-shirt, but or like maybe Tommy's bowler hat or Freddy's fedora or something like that. I would never have the characters themselves shooting people.
Oh my god, Saberwing. We could put Chucky in Yakuza. He can replace Kiryu's pet rooster nugget. I'm down.
Stop it!
Modders, rise up.
I'm waiting for the modders to put Chucky Chicken in Kingdom Hearts 2. That I'm waiting for. So, because we got some pretty epic... like, oh my god, the fan art that we got this year.
Yeah, I feel like...
so good. So freaking good.
The Chucky Chicken world would be very good as a Kingdom Hearts level.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, guys, go
Elias, you're heartless. What are you talking about?
I've always been heartless.
So you're telling me nothing has changed?
Right, exactly, yeah. Well, better than being a nobody.
You got no heart, Elias. I'll kill you, Goofy.
Gosh,
I'll
Elias,
kill you again.
You're a heartless.
Yeah.
Why
Gonna be
you...
dogless here in a minute.
Gosh. Wow.
Clint Carnage, if I knew anything about sprite work, I'd love to add Chucky Chicken to Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh my god. You'd have to make
In
it
a
like...
fighting game, I could see it. I could see the characters working. That'd be pretty cool. Because then, like, you can do like those fun Looney Tunes-esque things as their abilities and that kind of thing.
Well, if multiverse is anything to like judge off of, apparently.
Listen, good idea, bad execution.
I agree. I very much agree.
What are we talking about again?
There you are. Welcome back.
Sorry.
It's okay.
What an important call.
Oh, you're all right. We were just discussing Chucky being a part of different video game franchises like Fallout, Fortnite, Fall Guys. You know?
Fallout.
I mean, as a customer,
Tamarco
so that'll be
says
fun.
Elias the cat being super sarcastic with Sora and crew. Elias just doing a big sigh and looking unamused when Sora does one of his light speeches. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I would rip into Sora during one of those speeches because it's like,
What?
boy, how old are you? These are the linguistic capabilities of a 7-year-old. Without the light, it's dark, and I have to be the Kingdom Hearts' light.
Oh my god.
If we are together, nothing bad can happen.
Dude, shut up.
And then I just
What are you
look
doing
into,
here?
I look into the camera like it's The Office.
And it cuts to you like The Office too.
And I have like,
I don't know what he's doing here.
yeah, I have like a confessional. Just like, I don't know who this kid is. He keeps saying that I'm a Heartless, and I've seen Heartless. They're around. I'm just an asshole. That's. I think this kid needs to be taken into care. I don't think this kid has been getting an education.
Oh. Chucky really likes him for some reason, though. I don't know what he's doing.
Can we get Elias to replace Haley Joel Osment? I'll take it. That'd be an awesome Sora.
Now you have to re-record the entire series and have somebody mod you into it, so.
I just record every line and then someone just mods in my voice. And it's, come on guys, we gotta go. Jack, we gotta go save Jack Skellington, guys.
Stop!
Goofy, Donald, get along! Stop fighting!
Please stop!
I don't know what's happening, but I'm happy that they're happy.
Oh my god! I'm clapping!
I'm glad you like that.
I can't breathe!
Oh, look, come on, guys! We gotta go to see Philippines in the tournament!
Okay, that's enough. Oh my god, that was so funny. That was so
Now we gotta fight Cloud in the tournament!
It's like if Sora and Eric Cartman.
Yeah, that really is just the voice I'm doing. I'm just doing a really bad Eric Cartman.
Can I do
That's-
that?
That's just how he feels to me. Like it's like so generic that it like turns back in on itself in his parody.
Oh my god. Oh, that was so funny. That was so good.
Oh, see,
I
even with COVID, I'm the funniest guy in the room.
Oh my god. Oh. Shit. Oh.
You spread COVID when you're laughing.
Oh my god.
Good thing I'm alone in my home.
It sounds a little like a goofy voice Oni does. Oh my lord. Ah.
Sora.
Sora. Oh, the hell is miserable?
Who the hell is miserable? You've not told me about her once.
We have to play that game again on
We
stream.
do.
Oh
we
my
do.
gosh. Well,
because
there
we
it
did that in
is.
private. Because that was when I believe you were playing the DS game.
Yes, I was. That was Epic Mickey Power of Illusion. That was so fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, and there he is, Chucky Chicken and Fall Guys. So we're going to ink and color this, and then we need all of you to spread this around like wildfire and make this happen. Because if they come to me and say we want to put Chucky Chicken and Fall Guys, that's only because all of y'all are sharing our stuff. So if you want to make this happen, oh my god, I would totally post this and see what happens. I want to see if people want Chucky Chicken and Fall Guys. That'd be swell. You kidding? That'd be badass. Okay, we're going to take a very quick break here. And when we come back, we will have our very special guest, Michael Grassia. So stick around, folks. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. So go to the bathroom, go grab a snack, refill. Do what you need to do. We'll be right back, folks.
What kind of film department are you running down there, Fox?
Oh, come on. I just bought there.
We need a clean slate.
I want you all to meet Chucky Chicken.
I'm starting to think that maybe what it takes to be a famous director just isn't in me after all.
Hey,
And
Chucky.
I'm rambling a bit, aren't I?
Here we go. Well, good night.
Wait, what are you doing? Don't touch that. No, stop it.
This is ridiculous. I ain't washed up yet. It's gonna take a lot more than that to get rid of Freddy.
Cheese and crackers. What are you putting in this water, kid?
Soap?
Soap and water. Like a clean soup. I love it.
Oh.
Keep up the great work, kid.
Ooh.
Attention, everyone. I want you all to meet Chucky Chicken.
We already know Chucky, Miss Chelsea.
We sure do. Fair Duncan best janitor this side of the reefer. Righteous.
Oh, right. Well, you may have known him as the janitor, but now...
Oh, Chuck, you ain't leaving, is you? You was me best mate.
I thought I was your best mate.
No, he's the new co-director.
Oh, well,
Okay.
now I'm just embarrassed.
I always thought he was some kind of rat.
Lovely.
Thanks for the fanfare.
Hi kids, Chucky Chicken here. Remember when you're trick-or-treating, be sure that you only go to neighborhoods and areas that you know really, really well. Near Emma.
You were right, Chucky. These Halloween traditions are so much fun. I'm so glad I get to experience them for the first time. Especially with you.
Aw. I'm all too happy to celebrate with you, Chelsea. Why don't we take a picture to commemorate the evening? Chelsea, it's getting awful late. Why don't we head for home?
Oh, Chucky, just one more house, please.
Oh, what the hey? One more won't be the death of me.
Oh, good, because there's the house right there.
The old Grayson Manor! Chelsea, isn't there any other place we could go?
It's the only house in town we haven't been to yet. You're not afraid, are you? Well, this is just perfect. The weatherman said nothing about it raining.
Yeah, he did. He said around midnight it was supposed to rain cats and dogs.
I don't see any cats or dogs.
It's an expression.
Whatever. Just rap on the door.
You rap on the door. Well, nobody's there. Time to head back.
Wait, Chucky, look.
Chelsea, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, come on, Chucky. I doubt we are in any real danger.
If you say so.
Good evening.
Very funny, Chucky.
What?
Don't play games with me, Chucky Chicken. I know it was you who said...
Good evening.
Who said that?
That was not you.
Welcome, fowlish mortals, to Grayson Manor. I am your host, your ghost host. Kindly step this way. We seldom have visitors, and there is much to see in this delightfully dilapidated place.
Thanks anyway, but we gotta get going home.
I'm afraid there's no turning back now.
Huh?
Do not be frightened prematurely. You shall not be harmed, but you also shall not leave without a proper tour of our home. Now, let us begin.
Wonderful. This is most exciting. Come on, Chucky.
As you can see, the residents of this ghostly estate have been cooped up for centuries and have been dying for company.
Chucky, isn't this place exciting? Chucky!
Okay. I think we're safe here.
Chucky, these ghosts seem nice and fun. I think they enjoy haunting this place.
Oh, yes. You can say we grim green ghosts love to come out and socialize.
Yay! Aha! We're on our way out now! Whoops. What do you want? Hey, what do you know? Candy!
See? I told you this place isn't so scary.
I guess you're right. Thanks, Chels.
And thank you, Mr. Scary Ghost Man.
Not at all, my friend. Would you like a treat, my dear?
Wow!
I'm gonna tell you something now. They should have quit while they were ahead.
Caroling among the leaves so green. Here we come a-caroling, so happy to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and a Merry Christmas too. May God bless you and send you a Happy New Year. May God send you a Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
I love the Christmas, the holly and the mistletoe, all of the presents making pudding.
And a Happy New Year.
Rock, paper, scissors?
You're on.
1, 2, 3,
shoot! Oh. What the heck was that?
I played rock.
Welcome, foolish mortal.
Uh-oh.
What kind of film department are you running down there, Fox?
Oh, come on, I just bought there.
We need a clean slate.
I want you all to meet Chucky Chicken.
I'm starting to think that maybe what it takes to be a famous director just isn't in me after all.
Hey,
And,
Chucky.
I'm rambling a bit, aren't I?
Here we go.
Well, good night.
Wait, what are you doing? Don't touch that. No, stop it!
This is ridiculous. I ain't washed up yet.
Salutations! This is Featherton Fella with cracking news! Chucky Chicken merchandise is finally here! Yes, that's correct. A delightful collection of wares featuring the lovable rooster and his pals. We've got everything from shirts to socks, caps to cardigans, mugs, stickers, and very soon we'll have pins! As many folks know, the production team for the series works on a volunteer basis, so every penny raised through our merch sales goes to helping keep their operation afloat and brings more Chucky cartoons to you in a speedier fashion. So don't dilly-dally any further. Visit ChuckyChickenCartoons.com and click the store tab or use the link on screen. Once again, thank you for your patronage, and we hope to fill you in again soon.
What kind of film department are you running down?
Hey everybody, we apologize for the delay. We are still waiting for our guest. So please give us a little bit more time. We'll be back with the show as quickly as our guest gets here. Thank you so much.
What it takes to be a famous director just isn't in me after all.
Hey, and,
Chucky.
I'm rambling a bit, aren't I?
Here we go.
Well, good night.
Wait, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Keeping them entertained.
Yes, we are back, folks. And no, this is not the guest in question, but it's always good to have her here. Minthy is back in the house, ladies and gents.
Hey, everybody. Wait, can they hear me?
Yes, they can hear you.
Hello.
In the house.
Yeah.
And you went back to old Chucky.
I did.
Oh my gosh, how cute.
I know. I'm just rocking out classic Chuck for a little bit.
That is so cute.
Yeah. Harvey.
Still feeling nostalgic.
I know. Hiya, folks. This is old-timey Chucky Chicken, even with the high voice and everything. The one that pisses off Elias so much. Right, Elias?
See, this is fine. It's when you pitch it to being
Of course,
like...
contrarian. Contrarian.
Oh, Tina.
Fine, whatever. I'll just go back to bed.
I forgot to send you the little sea critters that I got for my desk.
Oh my gosh. I keep forgetting to silence the your guys' channel because I have it up at the same time. So everything's playing at the same time.
You're
I'm like, wait a minute.
Sweet. You're so sweet.
Wait. I heard you already talk about that joke with the high voice version of Chucky Chicken. What is happening?
Oh, oh, yes. Harvey, your sarcasm today, let me tell you, it is on point. I don't know if it's appreciated, but it's on point. Just want to let you know. So, anyway.
Oh, I like that. Oh, hey, Retro Chucky is back. I like that one.
Yeah.
Retro.
Absolutely. Oh, we have fun. So, Mike. Oh, okay. So yeah, oh, so long, Kingdom Hearts Chucky. No, this is not Kingdom Hearts Chucky. Oh wait, oh, old school. Wait,
Kingdom Hearts Chucky is old school Chucky.
yeah,
No, hold on.
Timeless
What
River
is-
Chucky.
What is Kingdom Hearts Chucky? I want to see that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have. I'll send it to you here. We got this amazing piece of fan art a couple weeks ago. It was so cool. I couldn't. Oh my gosh, I couldn't like not share it with people. Let me find it here. Na 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 na. Ah, here it is. Check that out.
Let me see. Oh, that is, I can't curse, but that is like bad, you know what? Oh my god, that's
It's
great.
badass. Go for it. You could say it. Go for it.
Okay,
You
yeah,
could
it's
say
badass.
Yeah.
Ass is negligible.
I'm talking
as
about
far as
donkeys.
curse words.
Ass is better than funk.
Funk. No funking way, dude.
Oh, it's insane, bro. Oh,
That is really cool, though. It's like a sword? Or,
Yeah, it's a
wait, is it like a
keyblade.
sword or is it like a laser or a whip?
It's
or
a
a combination?
It's a keyblade.
It's a keyblade?
Yeah, it's Chucky Chicken's keyblade. It's got a film
Right.
reel.
Oh my god. Okay, so the thing is here, I know of the existence of the game, all right?
Yeah.
But I never played it. So unfortunately, I don't know too much of the lore or the weapons.
You don't try and understand the lore of Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
It is a Herculean task, and I don't think there
I
is.
once saw a video about one person trying to explain it, and she went crazy halfway through.
Yeah, I've watched a couple different videos trying to explain the lore of Kingdom Hearts, and I think they just make it up as they go along at this point. I don't think there's any concrete story. And there's the other thing too, where all of the games are canon across like the 7 different platforms that the games were on. But now you can get all of them on Steam.
You can.
Oh.
Even the DS games, but I think with those ones, when you buy like the entire Kingdom Hearts collection, some of the games are boiled down to just their cinematics because they can't get like the game part to work, like the DS game.
Yes.
So you get all the quote unquote lore.
And yes, and guess who's here now, everybody? Our special guest.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome.
Hello.
Give me a quick second here.
I like how it's just a picture of them instead of
Don't worry. We're fixing that right now.
No, you should just leave it like this. That's great.
No, our aesthetic.
Oh no. Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, this is a nightmare.
Oh my god. Harvey Maltez Manzilla. Oh, hello, picture of a man. That's great.
Oh, this is a nightmare.
Anyway, it's very nice to meet you.
Yes,
I'm
thank
Elias.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, this is my very, very dear friend, the one and only host of the Gettin Toon podcast, one of the greatest comic strip artists that I have had the pleasure of getting to know, and quite literally the goat of comics, the one and only Michael Grassia.
Wow, hi, thank you for that.
You always got to give a good intro.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
But that was a little too good, I think, for me.
How are you, my friend? Welcome to the Cluckin Crew.
I'm good, thank you. I'm happy to be here. Finally getting a chance after all this time to come on.
I know.
Oh, there you go.
We're getting there.
So what's
he's a
what's the
wizard,
problem?
Harry.
He is.
And you're a witch.
Oh
Yes,
my
I am.
gosh, we do have 2 magical creatures on our show today. What?
Yeah.
Insane.
Oh
So-
wait, is there a way I can watch the stream here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a live thing next to Mike's name. If you click on that, you can see the stream setup.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just on YouTube.
As a matter
Yeah,
of
there's a delay on YouTube.
I'll go to our main screen. Oh, we are
Here.
very
go
very
onto
tiny.
your-
Oh wow.
Hang
There
on.
I am.
there we
So
go.
small.
Hang on.
Okay.
Later that same day. But yes, I don't know why you're just talking like in
Oh,
know,
do you have
forever.
the one? Do you have the things mixed up?
No,
Casting spells right now.
I shouldn't.
I don't know
No,
why he's bidding as
speaking-
well. That's so odd.
All right.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of what happened yesterday. Freaking hilarious.
It's
Is it
not
cool if I
me.
mention it?
What? Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yesterday, for anyone, for everyone here, I volunteered my home for someone to shoot a music video, and while they were mouthing out the words, they had one of the actors just constantly say watermelon over and over, so that way it can look like they're actually mouthing out the word.
Oh.
So the entire time they're just going watermelon, watermelon, more watermelon, watermelon.
What? That, you know what? I had no idea that's how it's done. That's so.
I don't know if it is officially, but like because
Hey, it works.
yeah, it works. It works.
Another watermelon. Another watermelon.
If it works, don't break it.
Exactly, Tino. Exactly.
There you go.
Well, anyway, so welcome to the stream. I am still trying to get your thing working here, but for those who don't know who you are, Michael, since you are brand new to our show, why don't you introduce yourself and we'll go from there.
Sure. I am been a professional artist for 30 years now.
Ooh.
Also been a educator for over 20. I've worked in fields ranging from video games, animation, puppetry, illustration. Currently, I'm doing a webcomic called The Whimsical Whiz, which comes out every Wednesday morning, and it's on Instagram and Facebook. And starting this month, it'll have its first time in a newspaper in print with A Kid in a Comic. That's a newspaper, comes out 7 times a year. All original comic strips in there, and I'm thrilled to be part of it. And I will be starting. I don't remember the exact date, but this month when their season 2 of their second year of newspapers, I'll be part of it now.
Oh, that is fantastic! Congratulations, my friend.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's so cool. So, and you also have your own fantastic show called Gettin, Toon.
Yes, I always forget to promote that, but yes, every Wednesday night. Wednesday's like my actual work for things, but Wednesday night I go live 9 p.m. Eastern, and I always bring on someone in the indie comic, or I try to bring some more people from the indie animation world. And I just talk about comics animation. If you have a Kickstarter, we talk about that. We could talk about just artists. Like I have a Looney Tunes Day coming up on the 21st because it's Frizz Freeling's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And actually someone here, Mike, will be coming on to that.
What? No. Yes, I will be there.
Yeah,
So,
you will be there.
I will,
And
yes.
we'll have possibly 1 or 2 other people until I have official confirmation. I don't want to name them though.
But they're
Um,
pretty
but-
exciting gets if he can get them.
And they have worked in the Looney Tunes universe. So
I have
will say
not.
that. It's okay. Neither have I. My stuff. When I started in the industry, I'll tell you, I started in '94 when I was 18 years old. My first job was doing concept art for a local educational video game company. So and then I moved into animation, and throughout the mid to late 90s, I was doing a lot of Flash animation. So a lot of the stuff that either they were Flash banners on the web or they were little animated shorts and stuff, I was doing that.
That's so cool.
You know.
So you got to work with Flash when it was Macromedia.
Oh my God, yeah. I worked with I could tell you guys so many stories about the old programs.
Well, tell us some. That's why you're here.
Oh,
Entertain
God.
us, goat boy. Let's go.
Yeah, I remember when I was in animation school, there was like, we did a small thing about kind of like the history of Flash, and some of the shows that they were trying to make on the most rudimentary version of Flash, insane to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no,
Chaotic, love that show, but I completely understand why they dropped Flash.
Yeah.
Because that was made like super early on, and it was way too ambitious for what the program was at the time.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, in original. Okay, so I'll tell you how I got my first job, and it kind of goes into how I ended up with Flash a couple of years later. But I was in college for, I was just going for a basic like associate's visual art. It was a community college, and they opened up a new digital program, and I took the first class I took there was a program called Director. Now, Director hasn't been used in decades. It was a macromedia program as well, and the program was basically Flash meets PowerPoint. And what happened was PowerPoint wasn't popular at the time, and people were programming interactive presentations through there. And I never wanted to do presentations, so I started, and I didn't realize I was making games. I wanted to make cartoons. So what I ended up doing was, making characters of mine and having them animate, but have it like you click a button and my character goes and does something. And the thing I was known for in the 90s in the comic book world, more in the late 90s, was a book called Plunger Pup. It was about a dog who fought crime with a magic plunger.
That's fantastic.
I do hope to bring them back in end of 2025. But I was doing a lot of like little animated Plunger Pup shorts, and I made I had this one that was just, it wasn't even Plunger Pup, it was just a little bear that was the dumbest thing I ever did. And it just got a lot of, it got me work. That's what it got me.
If it works, I mean,
not so dumb, is it?
Yeah. No, but the animation was just, it was really dumb. It was click the start button, and this little bear, fumbles through the forest, and he stops and sees, and he looks sad and pathetic, by the way. And he stops and sees a flower, and he gets happy at the flower, and he just says, "Hey, flower," and then he walks away. And all sad and pathetic again. But I think it was the walk cycle I did. I think it was the emotion I got. Anyway, this guy came into our school and said, "Hey, I'm looking for people who know these softwares." And then he saw what I could do, and he's like, "I'd like to hire you to do character designs." And I said, "Sure," So that's how I got my first professional job, and I did that while I went to school on and off for a few years. It was a very big learning experience. Because it was one of those jobs where, I got fired quite often and then would get rehired like the next day. Type of stories. The guy he didn't really understand how to run a business. That was my first thing, so it was a lot. It was a learning experience on both our parts. He put I think 3 educational CDs out. I don't know whatever happened to him. I just worked on them. I never even got a copy of the CDs. But it was doing those type of work that got me the job, and it was doing it in this program, Director. Now, Director, they would put games like, I think Doom was put together in it, Myst was put together in it, because my boss had me go in and literally copy out the programming language from like Myst, I remember, and then it's just changed the names of the characters so that it worked with our designs.
That's super cool.
So I got to do that. And then anyway, PowerPoint came out, and it became more powerful and a lot easier to use than Director. And Director eventually faded away. I'm going to say PowerPoint wasn't the 100% cause, but it was a macromedia program, and eventually they came out with Flash. And Flash was a way to kind of stay away from, I feel, what was going on with PowerPoint and stuff. And so Director kind of faded away. Flash became the programming language, and then, or not the program, but became the program. And when I started getting other works, I did work in graphic design, and I still wasn't full time as an artist because I was going to school. So while I was freelancing, I was working in restaurants as a grill cook and stuff. So I always had, so I always had some kind of cash or whatever. But I just kept practicing and teaching myself more and more animation. And then I got a job, and I forget the name of the company, but that's where I started doing Flash. And they had a couple of old time animators animating on paper and then scanning it in. So I got to learn from a few old timers, which I'll be honest, I don't even remember who they are. They, it was one of those things. I wasn't really in the office that much. It was one of those things where it was like, yeah, it was freelance. I can work from home. And as long as I was able to animate and do what I needed to do in the software, I didn't have to be in the office. So it was one of my first jobs learning to work from home. And I did that. Then I went into graphic design full time because that paid the bills a lot easier, and it was a lot easier to get work. And I just did stuff on my own, and that's when I started doing more like comics. And that's why I created Plunger Pup. I got into the small press industry, and I started doing indie comics and worked on and off for a good, I don't even know, 20 years or so.
Oh, wow.
Doing indie because I grew up with health issues. I still have them, so sometimes I was in and out of comics and animation, and those are both my true loves, is doing comics and animation. And my little wizard that I've been talking about, the Wiz, every time I write a strip, I think of it in an animated story. So everything I'm doing in my head is always for animation, but I just love the comic strip format.
Yeah, and ironically, that's really where it starts. Like animation really is, the comic strip come to life. If you really, really.
What
really
is a storyboard but a comic?
Ain't it? Yes, exactly. A very fancy comic that no one can see but the producer. So yeah, well, that's super cool. So yeah, it's so cool to hear those stories from the old days. Like, I've never even heard of director, but I think I stand with everybody here that if you didn't animate in PowerPoint as one of your first things, you're doing something wrong, right? That's kind of like the poor man's animation program.
Yeah.
At least
For me,
it
was Windows Movie Maker.
Well, you know what? I'll before that, I taught myself some animation, little stop motion, a little traditional stuff. My father had a video camera that did that took what is it called, like photos. It was not a timer, I forget, but it had a remote, and I could just record. You take like a shot.
Oh yeah, like a little, like a control thing.
But it was a little old camcorder. We're going back in the early '90s, and my dad was always into cameras. He was a photographer on his side job and videographer. So it's always I always had like cameras in the house, and what I ended up doing was just animating on paper and then just setting it up on the camera on a tripod and like taping my pictures to the wall, and just on and off, on and off, on and off. Take a couple of photos and test, on ones, twos, threes, see how they work. I did a lot of experimenting that way. I did some stop motion with like action figures and stuff. It was a lot, because for me, I always wanted to animate, and I never understood really how animation worked, right? And so growing up, one of the ways I taught myself to draw was to record TV, play it back, pause a frame, and draw what I saw on TV. But then I would try to play it in slow motion to see if I can understand how the animators did it. And it wasn't until I was in 7th grade that I got the book Chuck Amuck, the biography of Chuck Jones.
Oh yeah.
And in that book, there's, I'm sorry, what?
Oh no, he's talking to his grandma. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. No problem. So, so what happened was, in that book, if you flip through it, at the top going down to the bottom is the coyote chasing the roadrunner, and the coyote falling and squashing into like this accordion type of thing. And I'm like, oh my god, this is how animation works. So I was in 7th grade, so I started making the crappiest flip books. I started like practicing, going nuts on animation. And then I got the, as a gift from someone, the Preston Blair How to Draw, cartoon animation book, and I studied that inside and out. And so by the time that's kind of like why by the time I got to college, I understood what I needed to do. I just didn't have, the professional training.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of a self-taught animator, and
Same. Sorry.
listen, it works if you learn and you do it right and you know what you're doing. It
Yeah,
works.
exactly. I feel like with the advent of like YouTube and all of this stuff, it's even easier for people to start getting into it too, and not and with like the amount of programs that you can just get free animation sort of software to mess around with.
Yeah.
It's I think more and more people are going to be like self-taught in that sense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I taught for about 20 years. I still occasionally tutor things, but my day job is, and I won't go into it because I keep that private from my professional art career. But my day job's working in art education, not teaching, but I've worked with some really great instructors. And first of all, I love art education, but I literally taught storytelling, animation, character design. I taught all that stuff for 20 years. I used to guest lecture at colleges. I would even be invited to like comic book conventions. They'd give me a table space in exchange for workshops that I would do for kids and adults, and I would just sit and talk about art, the industry, usually animation and comics. I've done a couple on puppetry, like I said. I used to do that a little bit. But yeah, so my whole life has been devoted to the arts, and specifically animation and comics. But anyway, I mean, I was a little sidetracking there. We were talking
Yeah,
about
that's
how
all
you
good.
and stuff. Yeah, no, just being the edge. I used to study what's on YouTube so that my students, when they didn't have me in the classroom, I could tell them where to go on YouTube to learn. And there's a
Oh,
lot of great
nice.
videos out there, and I think I think we're just seeing better and better stuff coming out now, and like you said, I know most people professionally use something like Harmony these days.
Mm-hmm.
But I've right now, I'll be honest, I can't afford Harmony, but I found an app on my iPad called Toon Squid, which is fantastic. It's like Procreate meets Flash,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I'm really enjoying playing around and learning the software right now, and so it's very I think it was like a $15 software, maybe. I don't remember. I bought it a while ago. So it's cheap. Have it on an iPad, and you can do a lot of great stuff with it.
And I bet it's better than Procreate Dreams too.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes. Actually, there is a lot of YouTube videos out there. If you type Toon Squidded,
Mhm.
a lot of them are comparing the two softwares.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only watched one video, but I've saw a tutorial on Procreate Dreams, and I'm like, wow, I'll never want to use this in its at least first release.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's yeah. I've heard a lot of bad things about it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But anyway, I apologize about that. Just one of the, had to go and take care of something real quick. As listeners of the podcast know, I have a unique living situation. So, we'll just leave it at that for right now. But, well, very cool. So yeah. Yeah, I'm so sorry. What did I miss as I was dealing with that issue?
I was just talking about animation and the fact that it's a lot easier for just anyone to get into it.
Yes.
Like as of recent.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm not that much younger than. Well, okay, you're not that much older than me, Mike. I grew up in the early 2000s or 80s, 90s, 2000s, but just to see the evolution of like one day thinking, oh, it's a pipe dream to do animation, and then all of a sudden it's there and you go, oh, I can do it now. And then it just has continued to get better and better and better. Like it's really, it's weird to go back and think about, to be honest with you. I can't, yeah. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
I grew up in the early 2000s mostly, like born right around the end of like the of the 90s. And I actually it was the knowledge for animation was there for me. I actually did that kind of thing where I would watch old animated films, and I would listen to the animators at the end of each film where they talked about their process and things like that. Um, and I did the thing where like you would take a picture of like each drawing one by one. I had like a little DS, and I would use that and take photos
Oh yeah,
with
flip the
it.
clips,
And
yeah.
then yeah. Well, also not just flip a clip, but I also did hand drawings and took photos of them as well.
Oh.
Um, yeah. Everything that you were saying, I was like, I've done it. I've done that too. I've done that too.
I was one of those weirdos who would get sprite sheets off of the spritersresource.com.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I would
and just like animating your own stuff.
Yes, and when I got my hands on, I think I did get my hands on Macromedia Flash right before it was sold to Adobe. And like, when did Adobe pick up Flash, Michael? Was that 2000s or 99?
I think it was in the 2000s. I don't remember the exact time. I mean, you got to remember the internet. At first, you guys might. I don't know if you remember. They had players, the Shockwave player.
I remember the Shockwave player.
Like all that stuff. That's all. That was like director
LimeWire.
stuff. And then
That's
from
coming back,
that,
by the way.
Really? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Then it went to Flash Player, and Flash Player just cut out what, like, is it been 10 years by now? Maybe less. I don't
Flash
remember.
Player? It's been a minute since the Flash Player.
Yeah, because when Flash, I had to explain to so many people that they didn't understand. This is why Adobe changed the name to Animate, was because Flash, everyone got the program confused with the player on the web.
Right.
Yeah.
So everyone was saying, oh no, Flash is dying. No. The Flash player was dying. The program itself was still being used to make games for online, was still being used to even make some cartoons and stuff. And it wasn't until like, I don't know, maybe, I'm going to say like 2015, 2000, like Flash was like gone from studios.
Yeah, like I want to say it was like 2014, 2015, because it was right after I graduated from college that Flash was dying, and I had all of these SFW files. I'm like, well, what am I gonna do with these now?
Yeah, but I will say I love the software. I don't, I got rid of my Adobe just because of the cost mostly, and then all the stuff that they were going on and stuff. But yeah, I was to this day I'll say Flash is still one of my favorite programs to animate in, and not because I just know it so well. I just like what I could do with it, and I think what they upgraded to Adobe Animate was some very smart moves, some things they brought in there, but it's just, people aren't using it.
I am probably going to be this is probably going to be one of the hottest takes I've ever said. I hated animating in Adobe Flash. Believe it or not, I just couldn't. I know. I feel bad saying it, but I hated the brush tool. I hated how you would and then again, like I didn't know how to adjust the settings, right? Because it would automatically like smooth and just like fix itself, but it never did it quite the right way. So you would draw this line, and then all of a sudden, like, oh no! So I never really. I mean, I get it, right? Like vector animation it's superior to bitmap animation, and the the losslessness and the quality of it is like superior. Trust me, I get that, but I don't know. I guess I never really got the chance to really experiment with it. Like you had the time to play around with it and learn the program. I did. I've always done animation where I drew it out on paper and then scanned it into the computer and then traced it in Flash.
Yeah.
It really wasn't until Harmony or Toon Boom that I really started to appreciate digital ink and paint, because you put the line there, it doesn't move. It just it's But I do have that, and I guess I was just kind of upset that my animation didn't look as good as like Ego Raptors or Rubble Ross or Homestar Runner or any of those people that had been animating at that point for like 5-10 years. But Flash, it's such an important tool, and I really, I think there's now ways to be able to use the Flash player. I think they brought back some sort of new service that plays SFWs and.
Oh really? I didn't know.
I think so. It saved HomestarRunner.com because that site was going to go down unless they found a way to keep Flash alive, but they did. Tamrico here says the only thing I didn't like about Flash animation was the shortcuts were used all the time, scaling, rotation, etc. So animations tended to look really stiff. You can see some of that stiffness in modern animation now because those shortcuts cut costs, like the new Simpsons intro with Marge versus the old one, super stiff. Ruffle, that's it. Thank you, Owen Tunes.
Really? Sorry.
No, it's okay. Wait, what was really?
Like I didn't realize there was a difference. Well, then again, I'm not really a big fan of the new Simpsons going on right now. I haven't even been keeping up with that.
Yeah.
I'm mostly just like been on the original,
The weird thing about The Simpsons now is that you'll have like very basic like animation, and then out of nowhere there will just be a random bit of something that's super smooth for no reason.
Yeah,
it's very odd.
Family
Guy,
but
Family Guy, it makes more sense just because like that's just always how they've kind of done it.
Yeah.
Whereas with The Simpsons specifically, they were one of the last shows to
animate on paper.
Yeah, they were still like doing painted cells until sometime in the early 2000s.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, right? And a lot of people, it's kind of like the same argument with music, right? Like everything's better in vinyl, right? I have to say that, there is nothing more film-like, I guess you could say, than having something like recorded on film, on celluloid, and then playing it back through a projector, right? That there's nothing that will ever replace that feeling. Just the grain, just the clicking of the projector. Like even when they did Toy Story, they basically played the whole movie on a computer, and then they filmed it through a special rig where they actually captured the footage via computer on film, which I thought was actually kind of rad. Or, excuse me, really cool. My mom always gets on me for saying rad, so I need to stop saying rad.
Why?
I don't know.
Heck with it. I've had people.
Michael,
I've had
you're a
people,
grown man. You can decide what to say and what not to say.
I've had people get on me for saying down whenever like I'm down for something, and I just don't care. Don't care, Michael.
But I love my mom. I don't want her to. She always says you have such a better vocabulary than what you use. But I just get so nervous that I forget my vocabulary sometimes. You know, I forget that I'm among friends, and that I'm streaming live to how many people? 12 people right now.
Mike, you were laughing your ass off at a terrible Sora impression earlier.
I was.
I don't think we need to worry about being terribly professional on this stream. Historically speaking.
I was. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But anyway, so I appreciate what we're able to do today with technology, like the fact that we can do, like I'm watching Tino with these amazing drawings right now of our characters.
Yeah, it looked great.
And there was like you couldn't do that really 10, 15 years ago. I mean, could you? You know, like
10 years ago? Yes.
Okay.
20 years ago.
Thank you. 15, 20 years ago.
15, 20 years ago, it was more difficult. But that's kind of, I think, when things really started to, like, blossom as far as digital art is concerned. Like, I around that time is when I think Wacom, well, Bamboo back then.
Oh my gosh,
they
Bamboo.
I still got my Bamboo. I still got it, and that is the only tablet that I have had for the past since I was 16.
Oh my god! All right, real quick,
I had this tablet for over 10 years. I'm not 30 yet.
I'm
I've had it
working on getting you an upgrade. Okay, I hear you. Sheesh.
Listen, I'm just still amazed that it works as well as it does.
You know what? Actually, my light box has had the same bulb for 20 years.
Oh,
and it still works. It turns on every time, which is amazing. I don't know if that's a fire hazard, but it's still fantastic that it works.
I mean, if you're not leaving it on, I think
no. Everyone is asking who is Thick Chicken.
Who is Thick Chicken?
Yes, who is
with Lucy?
Yes, who is the Thick Chicken here?
Oh, Helen.
Oh, Helen Hen.
That's Helen Hen.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
She looks so cute.
I thought they were talking about who was up here talking.
I didn't realize there was a thick chicken among us.
Listen, I'm dummy thick. I forgot that.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk. Like, you shouldn't worry about the way you talk. I think you're good.
Aw, thanks, Mindy. I forgot that was the redesign that we did for Helen. For some reason in my head, I still am thinking of like that Southern Belle that was Chelsea's rival. I still really like that idea.
No, that's BB. Is it not?
Okay.
Wait.
She's not a Southern Belle, but she's also the flirtatious one that's trying to get herself a
No, I know. Okay.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is that there was okay, I'm going to show y'all. Let me find her. And I'll show everyone watching too. Real quick, Elias, could you read Tamer's 2 comments because they're super long, and I know that he.
Yes. 1 moment.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm going to grab.
Tamerco says, I do have to ask, do you guys feel like even though the tech has gotten better and more accessible, we still aren't getting the best of it because companies are trying to save money? I would agree with that.
I would too, actually.
Yeah.
He continues, like, we have 4K and even 8K screens, and it's easier than ever to draw and animate, but we're getting mostly stiff Flash-style puppet animation from companies instead of Disney movie quality. Well, even with Disney, and even, like, outside of 2D animation, CGI even, like, we have all of this technology to make it look good, but most of the time it looks literally just
Hot
like
garbage.
Spy Kids 3D.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, because like and you look back at like the best example in my opinion, the T-Rex from the original Jurassic Park looks 1,000 times better than some of like the most basic CG that you can pull off now, and I don't understand what the like disconnection is between like people making these movies and making the movies actually look good. I don't know what's up with it.
Here's the thing, I'll tell you, it's deadlines. Companies
Oh, yeah.
basically not, I can't talk for every single company, but when you're dealing with a big like company, and let's not, and not just animation, but let's talk special effects too. These companies, kind of, outsource them to other companies, and so, you have all these little studios fighting for, fighting for these projects, and like I could do it for this price, I could do it for this price, but as long as you can meet my deadline, everything is cool. So we're not always seeing everything coming out of the same production house anymore. That's one of the things.
Yeah.
And so it's really coming to what deadlines, can these people meet the deadlines, and they're not caring because the deadlines are what's it called, are being met.
Horrific, unreasonable. And
exactly.
It's funny that you mention that, because if you think about it, to give you a little bit of behind the scenes here at Chucky Chicken, one of the things that I told people, that I've told the team, number one, because we're all volunteers mainly, but number two, we don't have deadlines because I don't want, we have deadlines, but they're not like, they're very flexible, right?
Yeah.
So so that way we can give the best performance, and we can continue to, if there's a better idea on the table for a scene, or our general rule of thumb is, if it's not colored and composited and ready to go, it's able to be changed. And even some things that are not fully colored that we have currently are on the could also be changed at any time. For example, we have a scene with Luca Bacon and firefighter Chucky that's not all the way done. If we wanted to go back and change the color of Chucky's hat, we could do that. If we wanted to add, more to or to Abraham Hogsley, excuse me, I named the. You get the point. I did that because there was a really sad story. Y'all know the story of Sonic Extreme, right?
I don't think I do.
Yeah, not sure.
So Sonic Extreme was supposed to come out for the Sega Saturn back in 1995, and it was supposed to be the first time that Sonic made his way into 3D, right? So so it was being developed by the Sega Technical Institute out of California, or STI. And those guys, yes, the canceled game. So what ended up happening was Sega of Japan put these horrific deadlines on the American team, number one, without them having any sort of experience doing, 3D CGI graphics. So they were learning everything on the fly. Number two, they the hardware that they were developing for was just virtually unprogrammable. They just had a really difficult time getting the Saturn to do what they wanted it to do. They were basically making everything in PC and then porting it over to Saturn, and instead of it running at a brisk 30 to 60 frames per second, it was running at like 2. Like, it was really, really bad. So what ended up happening was they managed to find, at the time, Nights into Dreams was being developed by Sonic Team, right? And so they basically pleaded with, the heads over at Sega of America, can we get the Sonic, or can we get the Nights into Dreams engine, because that way we'd be able to, it was stable, it was running well, Nights was just about finished, and there was a way that, you know, if they got that thing, they would be able to basically hopefully get the game done. Well, they got the thing for 2 weeks, and what ended up happening was Bernie Stoller, who was the head of Sega of America at the time, basically said, you're not allowed to use the engine anymore because Yuji Naka, who is the creator of Sonic, created the Nights engine and has threatened to quit if the Americans use his engine. Right. So they had to throw away all of that work, had to, you know, start from scratch. It was a nightmare. And to make it even worse, the deadline never changed. They wanted it out for Christmas of that year because they had done a development deal, I think, with McDonald's for Happy Meal toys, and they had also done a deal with Deke for a Christmas special that they were doing, an Extremely Sonic Christmas, which then turned to Sonic's Christmas Blast, and it was just horrible. So deadlines cannot, and to make it even worse, it almost killed 2 of the programmers on the team itself. Chris Dinakoff and Chris Sen, who were the lead developers, nearly died making that game. So, wow. Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad. So they basically said, okay, we're going to cancel Sonic Extreme. We're going to kill Sonic Extreme before it kills one of us. So from that lesson, I'm like, you know what? And every time that I rush a project or I rush something to get it done, it looks horrible. It looks so bad. And I never want our projects, like, if we have the time, right? We don't have the biggest audience. Yes, we have people asking us all the time, when's the next cartoon coming out? It comes out when it comes out, when it's done, you know, because I want to give the team as much time as they can to make it the best that it can possibly be. If that's in a year, if that's in 2 years, if that's, you know, however long. I mean, I don't want it to get it done in 5 years. That would be a little overkill. But, you know.
Not for his 20th?
No. Stop it.
We'll get the cartoon done by his 20th for sure.
Way before. You know, you better knock on some damn wood there, Elias. I'm telling you right now. But, so, and Shigeru Miyamoto had a really great saying, you know, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. And that applies also to movies and productions like that too, you know? So I totally understand the terror of deadlines. So they're important, but if they can be negotiated and they can be fixed, and a lot of the times it's like it's not the developer's fault, right? Like you said, Mike, it's you know, it's the upper management. Like, I'll give you a perfect example that happened to us just last year. We were supposed to do the classic cartoon matinee. So guess what we did all throughout December? We rushed to get that thing done. And yes, it's beautiful. And yes, it's some of the best animation that we've done. But I look at it and there's things that I did that I rushed on and it doesn't look all that great. And I'd like to be able to go back and fix. And I can. Because it never happened. It got canceled on us at the last minute. But that's one of the pitfalls of deadline and really just crappy leadership, I think, right? So yeah.
That's a big thing also, just again with the to get back to what I don't remember.
We were talking about deadlines and about why some stuff looks so terrible.
Yeah, a lot of it, and this is specifically for TV animation, is they keep that, if you want to call it flash style, the symbol style of animation, that puppet style, going because it is cheaper and they can produce more. I mean, just think about you look on Cartoon Network, how many Teen Titan Go episodes are there? It's because they could just recycle animation constantly with that.
Right.
They're not constantly recreating. So it really comes down more to the type of humor you like and the jokes that are going on
Right.
in there. And you're going to see some more changes coming in the industry. This is something that I don't know how many of you guys follow just industry news, but back when they had the writers and actors strike, artists supported them. They came out and supported them.
Yeah.
And now you're getting to a point where studios are very angry at these people, and they're going to be. You're going to see. I think you're going to start seeing studios closing a lot of their American doors and only keeping legally what they have to keep in America employed. And you're going to see them move out overseas because for a movie that's going to cost like I don't know, say 100 million in America, they're gonna be able to make it like for 7 million in India. So you're gonna see that. You're gonna start and I have friends who work in the industry like as storyboarders and stuff. They're already getting AI over them for work. Like they need to know how to use AI software, and there's a lot of anti that. So there's a lot of people going to be out of work for a while here in America because of this. Because now the industries kind of are taking it as a big FU.
Right.
So now they're giving a big FU to the artists.
Right.
So.
Well, and that's why I think indie animation is so important to keep around because while the studios are saying, F you to us, we're saying F you right back and, keeping animation alive in America by doing these projects, right? And ironically enough, even though it's an American-based project, Chucky Chicken has a lot of international people working on it, all over the world. Like Elias here is in Canada, Tino here is in Argentina, and Minthy here is in California. So it's basically a different country. But
yeah, we've got people from England. We've got people from
Australia. Which they're making bank in animation right now. Holy crap. Both mainstream and indie. Are you kidding?
Oh yeah, Australia is kicking ass and taking names in animation.
Yeah.
And you know what? Good for them.
Yeah.
Truly.
No, really. I nothing wrong with that.
I feel like they really started popping off after Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I would say Bluey. I think Bluey was really the one that kind of
Bluey really blew it up, but I think that people in the industry took more notice of the Australian studios after Rise.
So
because Bluey came out quite a while after.
Yeah. So here's the difficult thing though that I think a lot of people don't understand about indie animation, and it's still something that even plagues us today, right? Because now that all these people are going to be out of work, right? And you're talking union people, non-union people, industry professionals trying to get work who don't want to leave California for some reason. I don't know why. The weather cannot be that good to stay in California.
No, it is not. I was actually just about to ask, like, where was the animation good again? Like, I think I might just move.
Australia, you got the
I'm down.
There you go.
Down under. There you go.
I'll go with you. How about that? We'll open a studio on us. Oh no, that makes us closer to Matthew. Oh no,
Mike, be nice. God, just ruthless for no reason.
I'm sorry.
I hope you go to Australia and a spider bites you.
Don't you dare put that hex on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you do it.
My evil Canadian hexes.
Oh my gosh, that just might happen now. Thanks a lot. I was trying to be serious and we brought it back to silly. That's how we work here. So a lot of folks think that, just because we're making an animated cartoon that we have like Disney money, and we don't, right?
No one does.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So, but we also don't
Only
have.
Disney has Disney money.
Yeah, but like, we don't even have like Has-Been Hotel money or Hell of a Boss money or anything. So if we're looking for people to like help with animation, because I've experienced this like time and time again. It's like, hey, we got this great project. Oh, cool. What are your rates? Like, what are you paying? And it's like, well, we don't have anything to pay. We're all volunteers. And then you don't ever hear back from them because they want like top dollar. They want like, and it just like, how do you manage that expectation in people, and how do you go, listen, I can't give you a lot right now, but once this thing picks up, but and I hate to even say this because as much faith as I have in Chucky Chicken, I think anybody has in their projects, 9 times out of 10, it's a gamble. It's a crapshoot.
Listen, that's a big thing in the comic industry as well. People have like writers having ideas but need an artist to bring it to life. But
right.
It takes time. I mean, animation, comics, it all takes time to do. And like here's the thing, and I used to show this video to my students. There's I think a 10 or 15-minute video of Ralph Bakshi from a panel at San Diego Comic-Con, and we're going back many years. It's probably early to mid 2000s. And he talks to all these people, and they're doing great. They're making whatever money they're making. But he's like, these days, the animation studio is in a box on your desk. Literally, your computer is what it is. Why do you need, if you know how to animate, why do you need someone to give you a paycheck to tell you know how to animate? Just starve for a year with some friends, live off pizza and Chinese food or whatever, go make your movie, go make your show.
Right.
And at the end of the year, you'll have something that you could either bring somewhere to pitch, sell it to some, TV service at the time. Like he was saying, like you could sell it to HBO and they'll air it on the channel. This is obviously before streaming. Now you have streaming sites,
right,
that you can legit sell to and be like, hey, excuse me, if I put it up on here, and you'll make money based on how many views you get.
Right.
So there are new ways to do it, but it's like, if and this is what I've always followed about comics. Like when I was getting into the industry, I never wanted to work for Marvel, never wanted to work for DC. I love DC. I'm a DC guy, but I never wanted to draw the characters that I love professionally. I always wanted to do my own stuff. I always was inspired by the people who put the studios together. I was like for animation, Hanna-Barbera, probably my all-time favorite stuff, just because I love the humor and I love a lot that came out of that. And the early stuff, not like, the 80s where it was like Laverne and Shirley Enter the Army type of things. I'm talking like
Yogi Bear and Top Cat.
Yeah, Yogi. Yeah. Exactly. Those things I love. But you look at somebody like Disney, you look at you look at, even in comics, if you look at someone like Todd McFarlane, who I'm not a big Spawn fan, but this guy has you want to learn about business, this is the man in my eyes to follow, and specifically in the comic industry. So you look at what all these people did and how hard they worked to get where they got. I mean, how many times did Disney fail before he succeeded?
4.
Yeah. No, but you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, he did. He went bankrupt, and he went bankrupt after making the Laugh-O-Grams. Alice didn't want to move to California, so he had to find a new Alice. And then Oswald was stolen from him.
Yeah.
So 3 times.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. He didn't give up. He worked hard. And at the time, it was a lot different to animate. Now we can literally, I forgot who said it, but like there's so many even free programs out there that you could download and animate with. You just got to learn how to use them
Right.
and learn the proper methods to animation. And once you do that,
Mm-hmm.
you can make anything. You can sell it anywhere. You can put it up on YouTube. You can do whatever the hell you want with these things.
Right.
A lot
You
of
know?
mine are pirated.
Yeah.
Yo ho, yo ho. You know, that's all I gotta say. I agree with you, but I also think that the most important thing it's not just the talent anymore, right? I mean, that's a big part of it, but it's also the attitudes of knowing how to work together as a team. And I'll give you a perfect
Yeah.
example. We have a young gal on our project by the name of Jenny Butler. Love her to death. This is her first project where she has actually worked with a team of people outside of college. Like she just graduated last year,
Okay.
and she is like at the beginning. We rarely got communication from her because we're like, hello, what's going on? Like, where's your stuff? Like, where's the check-in? And I remember one day she just came to me apologizing profusely, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is my first project. I'm not used to communicating with people. And I said to her, I'm like, listen, the most important thing to me is communication. Like, I don't need to know when you're going to the bathroom, but I just need to know what's going on with the project. I need to know where you are mentally and emotionally, so that way I can figure out what we're doing next and what we can do to help you, right? I'm not your boss. I'm in the trenches with you. That's kind of how I see it. And ever since then, she has been, updating me every week and letting me know, hey, what do you think of this? And asking questions that she's never asked before and getting feedback. And I kid you not, I think her animation and what she's doing now is better than even when we brought her on the first time. Like, she is doing phenomenal work. And it's just so cool to see her evolution. The same thing with another buddy of ours, Andrew Mortimer. We brought him on in 2020, and the first thing he did was Zappo Lantern. And I gave him drawings to ink and color and in between. And the guy, he had never worked with a team before, but gosh darn it, he worked with us. And we're more than a team, we're a family. We get to know each other, we hang out with each other, we goof around with each other. And I think that's so important for the camaraderie and the morale, right? You need people, and I know it can be a little fussy at times during meetings and go, okay, we got work to do, let's go. But I do it because I want you guys to have fun, but at the same token, it's like, we got shit to do. Come on, we got to talk about this. Right. We can talk about this later. But anyway, I guess for me, it's like, I think it's so important that, like you said, like, if you love animation and you love the project, now granted, there's something to be said. Like, I know people are getting ready to type, oh, but animators are worth every penny. Yes, you are 100% right. They are worth their penny. However, if they're just starting off, or if they're, if there's no work available, like, and I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Well, here, let me say this.
Help me out here.
This is actually something I've thought about quite a bit. I've actually worked with interns. I've done a lot of, I've hired students in the past of mine to, that I thought had potential that I would train, to be in the industry professionally and stuff. But listen, I'm 48 years old. Okay. I've been doing this for 30 years. I've worked in studios. I've worked freelance out of my house. I've worked in basically every field of art that I love. Okay. And that I've wanted to explore. I'm at the point now where I really don't want to work on other people's stuff. I'll take jobs if I need the cash. And it's not because I don't appreciate what they do, or that I don't like their stuff. It's that I want to create for myself. But here's the thing. I'm the guy. I go to comic book conventions. I do all the stuff I need to do. I sell things. I make my money, but it's not my full-time job, right? And I don't have the funds or the schedule like I used to. When I was doing this at 18, 19 years old, even I think at 22, I was still living with my parents. You know,
Right.
I didn't have to pay rent. I have a mortgage now. I have a wife. We have bills to pay.
Right.
We have things to do. So I have a full-time job that pays my bills. For me, my art now, or just art in general, is like I've had this talk with my friends because it's always about how do we make money in comics or animation or whatever. I said, if you're in it for the money, you're in it for the wrong reasons.
Right.
At one point, I said, I am a professional. I have to make money. If you ask me to do work, I'm going to charge you. Simple as that. But now I'm at the point in my life where I want to make art because I love art. I just love creating. I love the process. I love, doing artwork. So if someone came to me, even in the comic field, I won't do it for animation because of time, but someone came to me in the comic field and said, "Hey, listen, can you draw me an 8-page story?" And like, we don't have cash. If I really liked what they were showing me, I would absolutely do it for nothing because I love what they're doing, and I'm like, I'd love to be part of the project.
Right.
So like, it's for me, it's about the art again, and I haven't been happier creating art like I am now. It's back to like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, 100%. And I think, you know, you hit it right on the head there. And thankfully, you know, there have been people that, we've met, even on this project where, um, as a matter of fact, people in this very call are, I've had to go like, hey, we don't have money, but they go, listen, we just love Chucky. I want to be a part of it because it's such a cool character. It's got so much potential and it's going to be something really, really big. Um,
And I agree 100% with them. And I have said this to you: if I had the schedule to do stuff for you, I would be doing it right there with them. I just don't have the ability right now.
Aw, it's okay. I understand. I get it. But so
Mike,
18.
and remember when you like told me about your project? I didn't even ask you about the money. I said like, yeah, sure. And
Yeah.
I just started drawing for you.
She did. Yeah, like
yeah.
it was pretty fantastic. He's like, yeah, man, let's go, let's do it. Like that's and even Elias, like he was referred to me by one of our mutual friends. Um, or do you want to tell the story and then you can? I don't want to put words in your mouth, there, boyo.
Yeah, I mean, me and Mike have a mutual friend, Rebecca, and she was the one who initially pointed me in Mike's direction because I, at the time, had been putting in a bunch of like applications to different studios. Like I'm in Vancouver, so there's a ton of them. But it wasn't going anywhere, and Rebecca was just like, "Hey, uh, I have a buddy Mike who's working on a cartoon and he needs storyboard artists." And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. It's better than working on nothing, you
Right.
know?
But then, how did you like fall in love with the project? Like, what's kept you here, right? By the way, Coffee Cat Dad and Billy California are saying that they're going to have to step away for a bit. So, thank you for watching, guys. Come on back when you can. But anyway, go
Yeah.
on.
I think kind of when I first joined the team, I really wasn't sure if I was gonna stick around. I was kind of dealing with my own stuff at the time, but then I think it was probably during one of our early team meetings, and I believe Tom Ruger was probably there.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing everyone talk and seeing like everyone's passion, it kind of clicked to me that this has potential, and I think it would be foolish of me not to kind of dive in and be more involved.
Aww. That's so sweet,
Yeah.
Elias. What about you, Minthy? I know you're kind of like, well, yeah, well, no, I know. So what about you? What do you
Oh, I was kind of just thrown into it, and I liked it.
You know what? Okay.
It became a whole party, and I just loved it.
Fair enough.
Like, oh my gosh, everyone here is a flippin' artist, and everyone just loves video games. And I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the drum. Like it's. I'm just making jokes, of course, but like I do love how everybody interacts with each other. Um, it is like what Elias said. With how everybody interacts with each other. It's just I love it. It's just fun to talk to you guys. I know like quite recently I've been like kind of in silent mode. I've been like busy with my own projects and things like that.
It's been pretty scary.
So sorry about that, guys.
It's been very scary. Like I was worried for them. Like, did I say something to like make her mad?
No. Oh my gosh. No. If I was mad at you, you would know, okay?
I know you said that before, but I don't know. Sometimes there's like mind ninjas, and I guess I've been.
I don't
ghosted
think
too many
you
times.
want to know what it's like when I'm mad. Apparently not, because like I've had people say that I am actually kind of scary when I'm mad, and I don't like that.
Oh.
So honestly, I'd rather like you not know.
Oh, okay. Well,
Trust me, I'm not bad. If I'm on silent mode, I'm just I'm just working. That's it.
fair enough. Okay. All right. I'll try not to be so sensitive about it. So I guess the last thing I want to say about this particular topic before we go to the next one here real quick is if you are on the fence about a project, and I will say this, there are people in the indie animation industry who can afford to hire people to do the work that they need to get done, and it shows, right? That is fantastic. That is wonderful. That's the overall goal, right? Of course. But if there's somebody who is brand new to the table, and even like a smaller audience like group, right? And you like their project and you want to be a part of it, and they say, "Hey, we'd love for you to be a part of it. We can't pay you. Is that okay?" Hop on, right? Like learn, like get the experience of
I will put the caveat in there that join, but also make sure that if you come into work that gives you money, that they're not going to be super toxic and like, oh, so you're going to leave us so that you can make money?
Yeah.
Like, because that's, I feel, something that could happen. It's not something that happens here because we are very well aware, like, yo, no, you need to be able to take care of yourself and stuff. So,
You
you
need
know,
to eat.
if there's a job that's giving you money, work on that, you
Right.
know? And, you know, if you have the time, you can still help out here.
Right. It's always been important to me that if somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, I got a job working on a particular project," I congratulate the heck out of them first and foremost. I tell them, put in a good word for us when you get there, and when you come back, know that you still have work here if you want, if and when you come back, right?
Yeah.
So that's so important to because when I say that these guys are like my family, it is not bullshit. It is not a bluff. It is not just some cute thing to say. It is genuinely true. I probably talk to these guys more than I do other members of my family, right? Like, I'm talking to Tino every single day.
We definitely outrank Uncle Steve.
Definitely. Screw Uncle Steve. So, he didn't even show up to my graduation. Like, F that guy. So, but I definitely want to encourage you, if you have an up and coming creator, you like the project, they have their stuff together, or even if they don't, like, and they're working on it, right? Give them a chance. If they mess up, okay. If they mess up really, really, really bad, at least and you can apply what you learned to the next one. But you never know who you are able to, like, how can I say this? Like, you never know who you're helping until you get there and you make the project and it's done and the reception to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure people working on the Amazing Digital Circus had no idea that it was going to blow up the way that it did. Right? They were probably going like, this is just a silly cartoon about computer game characters, and you know, this is just for us, and this is what makes us laugh. And lo and behold, it blew up the indie animation world.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. That's our little rant on.
That's our little rant.
Our little things.
Thank you for attending our TED Talk.
Thank you. Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, we have been going on for quite a while. Look at Margarita dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, that is. Oh, we got to get her theme song so we can put that up there with this. Oh, that's so good.
Her theme song or the song?
The song.
Is there maracas in it? I don't know. I picture maracas.
I don't know. Maybe we haven't gotten to that part yet.
There will be. I will make sure.
There will be.
There will be. Now that you said it, there will be. But oh my gosh. Well, Michael, you are a gem and a half. I am so honored to have you as a guest on our show. Why don't you tell the folks real quick before we sign off where they can find you and what's next for you on your plate? What do you got going on?
All right. So here I got. Okay, I'll make it as quick as possible. I don't want to keep you guys long.
You're fine.
It's all good. Take your time.
No, you could. First of all, you can find me just by looking up my name, Michael Grassia, on any social media platform. That's what I go by. My comic strip is at the Wiz Comic, no H, WIZ. It's just at the Wiz Comic. That's on Instagram and Facebook. My podcast Gettin Toon is on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, but I always forget to upload the Twitch stuff, so there's no examples on there. So I watch it on YouTube or Facebook, but it's just Gettin Toon, TOON, by the way, like a cartoon. Work-wise, my main focus is the Wiz right now. It's a weekly strip. And like I said, it's finally going to go into print in its first newspaper called the Kid Comics starting this month. And, other than that, I have some projects in the works. The biggest one I'm working on is trying to bring Plunger Pup the goal is fall of next year of 2025, to start releasing it as a web comic. And I'd like to start animating again once I get used to the software that I'm teaching myself. And I haven't decided yet. I might just make some silly animated shorts for fun, or I might actually start bringing some of the Wiz to life in animation. So, but I'm hoping to just get back into animation because
do Wiz shorts for fun.
What?
Do Wiz shorts for fun.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I want to do the Wiz because really it comes down to audio. Is do I have a voice in my head for him yet?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the hard thing. Gotcha. And I am friends with a couple of voice actors, who they're pro guys, but and they would probably do it for nothing for me just for our friendship. But number one, I don't like to use friends like that. Number two, I don't know if the voices that they have are the right voices for the character, and I have a huge cast. Like with I have this one, not a Wiz story, but I have this one I've been wanting to do. It's kind of a parody on the Incredible Hulk,
okay,
which is very much about a guy who gets bullied and then things happen. He takes revenge. Not in a bad way, in a comedic think like old school Looney Tune, or Hanna-Barbera type of stuff. It's not like he becomes Rambo or anything and goes out and kills people. Although that is one of my favorite films.
Well, there you go.
No, let me tell you, the type of movies I love. First Blood, one of my all-time favorite films. I can watch that every day if I'm given the chance. But yeah, I love like those '80s blow 'em up movies. You know, when the Expendables came out, I was like thrilled. It was like my childhood was back. And then John Wick comes out. Who doesn't love that stuff? It's all it's all that there. So, but yeah, no. So I don't do that type. I do more kid-friendly, family-friendly type of animation and stories in my work.
Yeah.
I just like to watch the other stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's really what I'm doing, and I'm in this process right now of creating some cartoony fantasy prints, and eventually I'll move over to sci-fi. If you go on my Instagram, which is my name, Michael Grassia, you'll see one of my most recent posts. It's the goblin versus a gnome.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming in a print format very soon.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure to have all your links and everything down in the description for you. So
awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And of course, Minthy, thank you so much for hanging out with us too. It's always a pleasure. We're probably going to make you a reoccurring main person. We may have to draw you in the intro now. You know that, right?
I just keep popping in. Yeah.
And thank you to all of the wonderful folks. I know quite a few of you have stepped away from your computers. I know Harvey Maltez Mancia has left as well, saying, to be honest, I wasn't paying attention. So it's okay. Some days are going to be like that, I suppose. Tamrico says, so before you go, I do want to say thanks to all of you guys for a great stream tonight. It was definitely a fun one to de-stress from this wild work week. Keep up all the great work, guys. Well, thank you very, very much. That's super sweet of you. And thank you to everybody who watches our podcast, shares it around, and lets folks know what the heck we're doing. I know it's been kind of crazy the past couple months with a dedicated day, but I think we're going to probably stick with Thursdays going forward for a little while longer. In the meantime, if you want to continue to help out Chucky Chicken, there are quite a few ways that you can. Number one, our coffee page and our Patreon page. For as little as $1 a month, you're going to be able to get access to some really cool behind-the-scenes stuff, as well as getting shout-outs. For example, on our coffee right now, we do have the support of of Doki, aka I believe that's NGB, supporting us over on Patreon. So thank you so much for on coffee, I should say. So thank you so much for your donation and for everything that you do for us over there. If you're financially able to, give us $1 a month, you'll get access to behind the scenes stuff, things that people don't necessarily see, early access. But with all that, or the other thing that you can do, obviously, is like us on Twitter, on Instagram, follow us all over on all our social medias.
Follow all of our social medias, including our Twitch.
Yes, please go check us out on Twitch as well. I may be doing just some solo live streams on Twitch or on here as well, just to do some drawing requests. Maybe I'll have Tino or Elias and these guys take on, so maybe it won't be solo, but you know what I mean. We may be doing more drawing streams going on in the week going forward. We'll see. It's been a while since we've done these super long streams, so I'm losing steam. But on that note, thank you all so much. Okay, so basically we're going to have everyone say their names going from me and then Elias to the right, okay? So, for the Cluckin Crew, I'm Mike Cook.
I'm Elias.
I'm Tano.
I'm Minty.
One more.
I'm Michael.
There you go. And we almost did it. We're so close. So close. And thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.